right, so today's the day. Thought I'd open the garage door, get some light in here, go check out the weather. Nice and slushy. Neat. Okay, so last video I talked about picking up a new project vehicle. I left some hints about what it might be, and I hope you didn't see it right there at the corner of the video, actually. I don't think so. I'll blur it out, it's fine. So last video I talked about picking up a new project vehicle. I went down to Vegas to check it out. It was at my buddy's house, and things kind of fell through and didn't work out the way I'd planned. So what he had was a 1991 Nissan Hardbody. Some of you guys had already guessed that. You know, it was a two-seat cheap Nissan. It was the right price, however, it had some issues. The engine actually was probably blown. It had a leaky head gasket. The oil and coolant both look milky, so definitely not high hopes on that. The transmission had some issues, and then there's a fuel leak. And then with how old the tires were, I didn't feel very confident in towing it back all the way up to Idaho, which is about a 12-hour drive, the route I take. So that project got scrapped, put me back to the drawing board to look for something new. I went to a few auctions actually here in Idaho and looked at a few different vehicles. I ended up bidding on two, however, I didn't win either one. So the first one was a 2008 Nissan Titan. I wouldn't have kept it, but it would have been a good vehicle to flip, make some money on. However, like I said, I didn't win. The other one I was actually pretty excited about was a 2011 Audi S4. All-wheel drive, supercharged 3-liter V6. Pretty cool car. I have friends that modify them. Was pretty excited about it. However, I didn't win that. It got too high and I just didn't feel comfortable spending that much. So went back to the drawing board to look for something else that would fit the bill. And I definitely found something that has been on my dream car list for a long time. And now, I'm not going to pretend that this is the ultimate dream car, but it's definitely on the dream car list. And it's a car I knew I would always end up owning at some point. And I am so happy I found one at a reasonable price, because they're getting kind of overpriced these days, and they're just getting, all the cars are just ridiculous, especially old Nissans. And without further ado, let's get into what I bought. All right, so here she is. This is my new to me 1977 280Z, as noted by the rear badge. It was last registered in 2018 in California. I think the car is from California originally. I'm not 100% positive. I haven't done the research to verify that. However, it's pretty rust-free for an S30. And if you know S30s, a lot of them are rusty, especially down on the bottom of the fenders. This one has it, and a little bit on the rocker down here. However, the rear quarters are nice and solid. There might be a little bit something there. Kind of sounds like there might be some filler. However, the inside of the fender is actually really solid. So high hopes for that. Hopefully it's as good as I'm hoping. But the car is very intact. I'm actually really, really happy with how unmodified and untouched this is. Obviously a few issues here. It hasn't ran since it's been parked in about 5 years or so. The previous owner said the battery kept on getting drained from these amp wiring. So it's disconnected for now. However, this battery is just toast. I need to get a new battery, but I didn't want to touch the car until I kind of revealed it. There's a very thick layer of dust and dirt, but I'm super, super excited. It's all there. It has a new radiator, brand new starter, and the previous owner had like some other work done. If I had to guess, the master cylinder for the brakes look brand new. The engine bay light is still intact and supposedly works. The coil looks pretty much new. A little bit of maintenance here on the top end. Some of the hose clamps and stuff look a little bit more modern, so it's hard to know what has been changed more recently. The coolant is there, it's low, but it's there and looks clean. The oil looks clean, transmission fluid looks clean. However, the top end is bone dry just from not running a long time. So before I go ahead and start it, I'm gonna probably pull the valve cover, make sure the top end's all lubed up with some fresh oil. I'm gonna flush the whole gas tank And then fingers crossed it won't be too much more than that to actually get it start. I'll do a full tune-up and everything, just get it running right. And that is kind of the first step for this. I don't know my overall plans. Getting it back on the road is definitely the first step though. So check out some more of it. So I ended up coming with this Polk DBI, I think it's an 8, maybe 10-inch subwoofer. Hard to see back here, but all the interiors here, which is nice. I mean, a few rips and tears. It is a 77 after all. But let's see the forward. It's got a nice little Kenwood amp to power the subwoofer. I have no idea if any of it works. Fingers crossed. Aftermarket head unit, all that's gonna have to go. Just it doesn't fit the bill. Doesn't look right in here, but most interior is like pretty good. The headliner looks great. I have no idea what the dash looks like. It's probably cracked. I haven't lifted this up. Oh yeah, it's super cracked. Kind of to be expected on these. Badge is still there. Check out. This is something. So I've never actually driven S30, and usually when I get my hands on them, they're in the junkyard. They're torn apart. Everything's missing. So it's cool to see a car that's so complete that has everything. That's not like super duper expensive or anything. So I thought this is really cool. If we lift up the rear carpet here, it has the original donut spare tire that is deflated from factory, and you had to use this tire inflator, which is basically canned air compressed to about 130 psi that fills up the donut. So it has all the jack stand and tools. Super complete. I don't know what the steering wheel's from, but it kind of looks cool, I guess. I'll probably swap it out either way. But I'm just so happy that everything's here and intact and in overall pretty good condition. So really excited. The wheels are ugly. They'll have to go, but it has wheels, I guess. I don't know. If there's any parts you guys would like to see me develop, which is a lot of the reason I bought this vehicle, let me know down in the comments. Hope you guys like it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think I should do with it. Honestly, I've kind of a few ideas rolling around my head, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet. I don't want a crazy Rocket Bunny wide body kit or anything like that, so that's off the table. However, we'll likely get a regular little duckbill spoiler at the rear. I want the body cleaned up, 240Z tail lights, sort the bumpers out, something low profile, nice. Clean up the interior, get this running tip-top shape, and clean up the whole engine bay, which is odd because that cylinder head casting looks like really fresh. He did say that it's been cleaned up and something on the top end was redone, but he just didn't know a lot about the cars in general. So I won't know until I open it up and kind of take a peek, but that cylinder head looks really clean for how old this vehicle is. Oh, Haynes repair manual too, so came with a couple goodies. Pretty excited. But that's gonna wrap it up for today. Again, let me know what you guys would like to see done with this, or parts that you would like to see produced, because I'm definitely going to be going full steam ahead, making some new parts for this. So that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.